Welcome back to Great Day. Before the break, we learned how Lorraine Fox helped her son De'Aaron develop the character and confidence he needed to make it in the NBA. But the biggest victory in her family came when De'Aaron was just a kid. She's here to talk about how she overcame cancer as a young mom and what she's doing today to help others with cancer to win their battle as well. All right. So life is rocking along, and then when did you first notice something just wasn't right?
Well, I didn't normally do the breast self-exams. I just happened to did it this particular month, and I found a knot, and I'm like, I waited a couple of days to see if it would go away. It didn't. So I made a doctor's appointment. I went to my doctor. I was 33 at that time.
Yeah. And De'Aaron was just what, about 3 years old?
He wasn't 3 years old yet.
Not even yet.
Because this was early in the year, and his birthday's in December. Okay. So he wasn't 3 yet. I went to my doctor's appointment. They did the breast exam. They felt the lump also. So they said, oh, well, you know, it's probably nothing. Yeah. So they kind of blew it off a little bit, and it didn't go away. So I, say, okay, well then let's just have a mammogram done.
Yeah. It was good that you were proactive in that point.
Yes, because I had a sister that was diagnosed when she was 28. So, and I did a mammogram like when she was still going through her treatments and stuff, because, and this particular doctor was a woman doctor, and so she's like, well, you might have family history, and I'm like, well, it's just one. Does one make history? So I was kind of leery about doing the mammogram, but this was years before, a couple years before I found my lump.
So when you hear those words, okay, we have the results, you have cancer.
When I had a biopsy done on a Friday in Houston, and then I drove, in New Orleans. Then I drove to Houston for work for that Monday, because I was going to be in Houston helping out our office there. And so I was waiting for the results of the biopsy. So Friday, I got the results on a Tuesday. Those were the longest 3 days of my life. Like, I spent 3 days pretty numb, doing a lot of exercising, and go to work still numb. So one of my coworkers knew I was waiting for test results. So when the doctor's office called, she took the call, and she told me my doctor was on the phone. So of course, my heart is like boom, 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 boom this time. So when the doctor told me that the results came back that it was cancer, I was like, oh my God. And I cried for about 30 seconds or so.
Yeah, just like an athlete, you get knocked down, and you go, okay, you got to get back up, and now it's time to fight.
So when I processed it for about 30 seconds, like I said, and then I went into, what do we do now? Like, what's the next step? Because I was currently, like I said, De'Aaron was less than 3, and I had my nephew, he was about 5.5.
Who you had adopted,
No, he was
right?
about 7 at that time. Yeah, which was from my sister that had passed away. So I actually had him before I had De'Aaron. So he's been around longer.
It's got to be so scary. I know for everybody facing like a life-threatening disease, if you're a parent, you look at your children. And you think, I want to raise my children.
I gotta be here to raise my child, for my children. And because Quentin had already lost a mom, he couldn't lose another mom. So we jumped into, what's the course? What's my next, let's do blah. So it was like, get back to New Orleans,
with friends and family, they help to pull you through. And now you're helping to pull other people through with your foundation. Tell us what this foundation does.
Well, it's the Foxhole Family Foundation.
The Foxhole, I like it,
like
whole,
everybody
like W-H-O-L-E. Yeah, it's a little play on words there.
And everybody's included, the whole family's included. And what we're doing is we want to bring more awareness to self-exams, early detections, getting the mammograms, especially if you have a family history. Because a lot of the medical is have your first baseline mammogram at 40. Well, I was 33.
And your sister was 28.
And my sister was 28. So there is no wait for 40.
Yeah, the key is if you think something is wrong, like when you felt that lump, then immediately.
Because I knew that was not my norm, so there was something wrong. So, you gotta be your own advocate. You got to be your own
They hear me
advocate.
say on the show all the time, Sometimes you don't choose your mission chooses you, and this is the mission that chose you.
Me.
And thank you for that, because you'll save lives that way.
Yes.
I can tell you that for sure. We've had many people call us and say, I thought about what y'all said, and then I went and got checked, and it turned out it was there. So it doesn't have to be a death sentence. And today, more women live than ever before, but early detection is the key.
Yes.
So basically for you, Ball, you took cancer and did it. Slam dunk.
There
you go. There you go. Yeah, kicked it, stomped it. All right. Let me end with, it is so cool to hear your story, because oftentimes we'll see that athlete on the field or court or wherever, and we don't know how they got there. And that's the important part, is how they got there. And no matter how famous, how much money, I asked her, I said, so what do you and your husband do for a living now? She goes, we're retired. I bet you are. All right. But to see what built that person. They're more than just a number or a jersey.
Exactly.
They are someone's child.
Exactly.
Thank you very much. And I'm sending my son to your house to live for the rest of his teenage years. All right, Lorraine, thanks. The first All White Gala, you're having that All White Gala is happening next Saturday from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. at the Hess Club. That gala is to raise money for the foundation?
Yes, yes.
All right, and what can we expect at that gala?
Well, we're going to have live band. We're going to have cocktail hour. We're going to have food. We're going to have some presentations. It's just going to be a wonderful time, because we are a new organization, and we want to get the name out there.
Right.
And what we do is we support other 501c who's been in the fight to help with early detection. And so we got Reconstruction of a Survivor. That's one of the organizations we work with locally. And the Rose. In
fact, the head of that organization told me to tell you hello.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so it's and the Rose is an amazing place as well, where you can go get your mammogram. If you're covered by insurance, you help a woman who doesn't have insurance to get that mammogram for free. All right. For tickets to that event, visit DeAaronFox5.com and click on Fox Whole Family Foundation.